Hey y'all, so I wanted to elaborate on some of the talking points I made in my last video reviewing Spike Lee and Denzel Washington's new movie, Highest to Lowest, which is a reimagining of a famous filmmaker, Akira Kurosawa, who is from Japan. It was a remake of his movie, and this was a reimagining of it. From what I can tell, a lot of people were disappointed in this movie, including myself. They felt like the acting was terrible, the writing was terrible, the movie structure wasn't very good, cohesive, well put together. The music was mismatched. Like, I had problems with the sincerity of the premise. I think that it had potential, but I don't think it was executed very well. And pretty much in the same manner that I will get on here and drag Tyler Perry for being Tyler Perry, having all the money that he has and not making like top quality movies, top well acted movies, Spike Lee, he deserves the ire as well, because you have been in this business way too long to be making a movie like this. I talked about in the video how I also felt like, this is very controversial and I'm sorry for all his fans, talked about how I feel like Denzel Washington has fallen off. I feel like his participation in this movie, his acting in this movie was I just didn't buy it at all. A lot of people feel that way with this movie, but I've actually felt this way for the past couple movies of his that I've seen. What's coming to mind immediately is the Gladiator movie. It was just like, those fish out of water movies where it's like a big city girl is put into the South in the swamps, and then it's like the movie is like figuring out how she gets used to being a city girl and a country bumpkin lifestyle. In Gladiator 2, that's why I felt Denzel was. He was a Brooklyn, New Yorker. He's from Mount Vernon actually, but he's a New Yorker placed in ancient Rome. Like, for me, it just didn't fit together. It has nothing to do with like his race or anything. It just did not feel right. And so why did these two great filmmakers, because Denzel is a filmmaker, even though he's primarily seen as an actor, he's the one that actually reached out to Spike Lee to be a part of this project, and Spike Lee agreed, and he came on and he Spike Leeified it. Why did these two great veterans make something so lackluster and subpar, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys have long since seen Spike Lee's movie Inside Man. I am very late, but I actually ended up watching it after I saw Highest to Lowest. And so I would say like that movie, while not a cinematic masterpiece, it's the same kind of cat and mouse movie that Highest to Lowest is. It has a crime, it's a mystery, it has a lot going on, okay? It has an interesting villain, and just compare Denzel Washington's acting in that movie and Spike Lee's, cinematic genius or whatever, his auteurism, or whatever you call it. Just look at them compared. Like, it is literally night and day. So we know for a fact that Spike Lee has the potential to execute something so great. And so what happened? What happened here? I don't think I can really sum up all of my feelings on this subject in this video, because there's going to be more things that I think of. But right now, I want to focus on the fact that culture is literally destroying the film industry, okay? And I'm sure you understand what I mean when I say that, but if you don't, what is culture? So culture is basically the fact that it's basically nepotism, right? It's basically being related to people in charge who can move you up in positions. It is knowing someone since childhood that can move you up in a position, or dating someone in the industry that can move you up. There's been a lot of directors, famous, well-paid directors, actors, producers who are related to someone in the industry. Now, from what I understand, neither Spike Lee nor Denzel Washington have those kind of nepotism relationships. But I do believe at the stage in their career, it is a who you know. When you get on set with Denzel Washington and Spike Lee, you're intimidated. When you get the opportunity to work with them, you are again, like I said, intimidated, you're honored, you're just happy to be there. And actually, the writer for this movie, I think his name was Justin, I can't think of his name right now, but the writer for this movie, it was his first major screenplay. So imagine your first major screenplay is getting directed by the Spike Lee, starring the Denzel Washington. I mean, if it was me, I don't care what you do with it, just to be able to say that happened, I would go along with it. But that is a problem, because everyone around these people are yes men. Like, no one is reading that script. And even if you're super close to Spike Lee, right? Let's say you're his manager or his agent, you always want to be on his good side. I'm sure they do give him constructive criticism or something like that. But are you really going to look at Spike Lee and be like, read his script and be like, this is terrible, dude. You have to go back to the drawing board and fix this. I mean, just watching the interviews with Spike and Denzel, like, obviously he's worked with Denzel from the beginning. You know, he thinks Denzel's the greatest. You know, as I said before, I don't know what their pre-production was like, but I could see them being like, one take, boom, got it, got Denzel doing his thing, boom, got it. I just felt really like sealed in with this opinion, definitely, when I watched Inside Man, because Denzel in Inside Man, in Malcolm X, in Training Day, in, I think he was in The Bone Collector, you know, it just feels real. Like, he's really there, and he's not acting. He is being. He is the character. I feel like he has become a gimmick almost. Like, it's just like I said, it seems like he just comes on set, he does his Denzel thing, you know, he ad-libs, he's really intense, he's a force to be reckoned with, I'm sure, when he gets on set. And he might make other actors uncomfortable, you know, and because he so supposedly, like, calls things out of them that, you know, just let's say a veteran actor to a younger actor just requires much of them, which he should as a veteran. But yeah, it's just like certain things I can see are like very like, just what is this? This is supposed to be like good acting, and it's like, to me, it just doesn't come off that way. Like, for example, I talked about in the video how he leaned into the boy's head when who are you talking to? Don't talk to your father. I'm your father. Don't talk to me like that. How he did that, or when he was in the car and they were going to go to find young felon's character, and he's in the passenger seat doing this. It's like, what is that? Like, what is that? It will be very, very apparent to you when you see him in that movie and then you watch his old stuff. It's just completely night and day. Like I said, it's because of this who you know culture. You can't say no to these people. You can't tell them, I think this needs more work. I think this needs more practice. I feel like a lot of these veteran actors don't practice anymore. They don't feel like they have anything to prove. And maybe they don't, but it's like, you know, you're at a different phase in your life. You have all the money in the world. You have all the opportunities in the world. You don't have to audition anymore. You don't have to compete anymore. Yeah, maybe you're not the young, hot, you know, guy on campus in a film. Maybe you're playing someone's dad. Maybe you're playing, well, he's not in a grandfather role just yet. You're at a different phase in your life. So it's like, I feel like in a certain way, they should be going back to the drawing board in some ways. Like, to figure out the truth, because it's not what it was before. Like, you're nowhere near where you were. I don't know if you guys have felt like this, but I've noticed this with a lot of the veteran actors that we grew up with. Watching them in movies, like, their performances are just terrible, like, just not good. Like, another person that I can think of is Tom Hanks, right? It's this overuse, oversaturation. Like, why? Nicole Kidman is another one. I've talked about her recently on my channel, and why is Nicole Kidman in everything? Like, why is she in every fucking movie and television show? Like, you know, I'm obviously all for actors getting their break and like getting into different things, but it's like, sometimes it's just like too much. Like it does feel like certain people are just being forced on you. Like, give somebody else a chance. Like, why it's like such a small click. Like I said, again, it's about who you know, what you've done for somebody else. It's not about talent. Like, there's so many people in this industry that have absolutely no passion for movies, no passion for art, for writing, for storytelling, and they are just running amok in this industry, and I believe crashing it. Because why are so many mainstream movies that we watch not that great? They're not that good. So many of these movies are not that good. And it's because I believe of the yes men culture and the who you know culture in Hollywood, because you can't tell people that this script needs work. You can't tell certain people that their acting needs work. You know what I mean? Like, because it's such a ego driven hellscape, honestly. Why is every older white woman character in a film Nicole Kidman or Meryl Streep, or every older white man character in film is Tom Hanks? You know, I saw the Pinocchio movie, right? I meant to talk about this movie a couple months ago. A lot of people did not like it. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was so sweet. It made me cry in the end. That movie, out of all the Disney cartoons, that one was one of the ones I watched the least, because that movie always disturbed me. The whole him being kidnapped thing really freaked me out as a kid, and particularly him turning into a donkey. The imagery always fucking disturbed me as a kid, and I just never really rewatched that movie like that. And so it was also scary in this remake. But, you know, the movie I thought was good, but Tom Hanks was terrible in it. He was terrible. Awful, awful, awful in this movie. But you go back and you watch Forrest Gump, like the greatest acting, or Castaway, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is, I don't know, is it the money? Like, is it the money that they're still chasing after, that they feel like they have to do every single project that comes across their desk? I don't know. I mean, maybe they probably enjoy acting, or I don't know if it's an ego thing, the accolades, the narcissism of being on set and being worshipped by people, taken care of by people. I don't know what it is, but I wish they would act less. I wish they would act less and be more selective about the projects that they take, because I feel like it's making them look bad. Like, I feel like it's better to bow out gracefully than to be drug out kicking and screaming out of the industry. You know what I mean? Looking bad. You know, people, this is music, but like, for example, Drake, right? Like, Drake has long been past the mountaintop, right? And the reason what happened with Kendrick happened because he did not bow out gracefully when it was time. Kendrick wouldn't have been able to do what he did to Drake several years ago if Drake would have just like matured in some way. I don't want to get too off topic, but I feel like it's all wrapped together. You know what I mean? I feel like there's so many bad movies being made because people are so afraid for their jobs because of the extreme who you know culture, that they are not willing to give criticism. They're not willing to give feedback. They're not willing to tell their peers, like, yo, bro, like, what is this? You gotta like what happened? Like, there is no reason why so many movies that come out are not even at the least well told stories, well acted stories, tolerable, with proper writing, with a beginning, middle, and end. Like, that should be the basic of basics. Okay. And like I said, I'm a budding filmmaker. Y'all can see my short films, they're put in the bio. Okay, I'm working on a project right now that's a series, could be my first feature, whatever. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, right? I just make content about this because I'm super passionate about it. But I'm going to try my fucking hardest, you know? And I'm going to send the script to people and let people look it over, which I have been. I try to read stuff. I watch movies to study. I watch the Spike Lee's to study. I talk about it. I want to talk about it with y'all. I want y'all to dialogue with me in the comments. I make videos on TikTok to dialogue people, like to dissect. I watch analysis. Like, I'm trying. I don't know if they're doing that. Like I said in the video, like, I watched the interview with ASAP and Denzel and Spike, and I think ASAP asked him about movies, what movies he liked, and Denzel said he doesn't watch movies. Like, he's like, I don't have no interest, or I don't have time for it. I don't remember what he said exactly, but something like that. Like, he seemed like almost disgusted, or like he was too good to watch movies, to spend time watching movies. It's like, what are you doing this for? Like, this is for an art form. This is for telling a story, and you don't even watch movies. Do you even know what good acting looks like anymore? Like, no, seriously. Like, it's understandable that you want to have good relationships with the people that you work with, but I genuinely feel like it has gone way too far. People who should not be in these positions of power in this industry are running it into the ground. People that should not be getting all of the lead roles are taking them all. Veterans that should be way more selective and like really giving their talent to, let's say, filmmakers who actually need someone like them. There are young aspiring filmmakers that need you. They need Denzel to star in their indie film that's actually well written and actually a good story with a beginning, middle, and end. You know what I mean? They need someone like him. And Spike Lee, like, did you need to make this story? You could have told Denzel no. Like, was this the right script that came across your desk? I watched the last thing of his that I believe I watched was his She's Gotta Have It series, and it was just, I was so disappointed in it. Like, it was just terrible. The storyline was terrible. It was such a voyeuristic, like, weird, like, stereotypical look at millennials and Gen Z culture through, I don't even know if he had a hand in writing that, but you know, it was just like, they just lost the plot, man. They lost the plot. That's what I said in the video. They have lost the plot. They have lost the truth. They have lost the truth. I don't know what it would take to go and find the truth, but they need some brutal honesty in their circle that doesn't exist. And I'm talking about Spike Lee right now, but I'm talking about all of them. Tyler frickin' Perry, okay? The people at Disney who are making these horrible, trashy, terrible remakes. Pinocchio, like I said, I enjoyed it. Beauty and the Beast, terrible. Aladdin, terrible. Like, who is telling y'all that these are good, that these are okay? I didn't watch Snow White. People said it was horrible. I had to check it out myself because I know that movie had a lot of MAGA controversy. So it's like, I have to watch for myself to see if it really was actually bad. But most of the Disney live action remakes were bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is. But there's just too much, yes, oh, you're the great, oh, this is wonderful, oh, this is, I can just see it. I can literally see it. I've been on these sets. I've been on these shows. I've been behind the scenes. I've been with big actors. And I watch how they treat them, and I watch how they're afraid to tell them, like, no, this doesn't work. No, don't do it like this. And it's just really sad. It's just really sad. And I feel bad saying this, but honestly, it's completely unacceptable, because if you're going to gatekeep so many of us people out of this industry who literally eat, live, sleep, breathe this shit, who are struggling so bad just to exist, just because we love film that much, if you're willing to keep us all out of the industry, you better come fucking correct, or we are going to keep these boots on your neck, okay? And we should, because we pay them too much money. They're making too much money. They're living in the lap of luxury, the life and lap of luxury, while the rest of us out here are, not, I'm saying it's not work. I work in film. It's work, okay? But they're living in the lap of luxury, and they're doing everything in their power to climb up the ladder and then pull it up behind them. They are doing everything they can. So when they don't come correct, we need to stand on their necks, and we need to let them know. We need to let them know that this is not acceptable. And I don't care who it is. If it's the Spike Lees, the Halle Berry, the Tom Hanks, the Nicole Kidman, okay, I'm talking about Spike Lee right now, which he's a black director, and I do feel bad about that, but he's not the only one. It's all of them. Okay? We need a new influx of people, okay? Bring in the next, the boomers. Okay, boomers. Not saying that y'all can't do movies no more and tell your stories, but maybe tell a different type of story, okay? Maybe talk about your experience. Being an older person in this world. How about that? I would love to see that perspective. But so many so many of them are taking up space. They're, like I said, going up the ladder, pulling up behind them, and you can't say nothing to them. You can't give them no criticism, and it just needs to stop. It needs to stop. Who you know culture is really destroying this industry. The roles are being circulated too much. Like, we need more people, and they don't have to be young people too. There's older actors out there who've been doing this a long time that need their chance. Like, why do you have to keep putting Leo in everything, Brad Pitt in everything, Nicole in everything? Like, why are they in all the things? Sydney Sweeney in everything now. Well, she's young, you know. I don't really like her, but I don't really like her acting. But just putting the same people again and again, bro. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired. The same people directing, the same people acting, the same people starring, same shit. I'm just tired of it. Okay. So let me know what you guys think about this little who you know rant. I'm gonna try and do more videos like this because I have more thoughts, and I think one of the reasons that stops me from making so many videos is because I put too much thought into it, and I want to make it too much perfect. Do all this stuff, which I think is nice every once in a while, but it's just not something that can be executed often and quickly. But I'm literally watching television and movies every day, so let me know if you guys are cool with this style of content and me just talking to the camera. It could be in my car, it could be in the house. So let me know what you think about this, and let me know what you think about what I said and what you thought of Highest to Lowest and this Hollywood culture of just recycling the same people up until their 60s, 70s, and 80s over and over and over again. They're just getting worse. Like, there's no improvement, and it's all because of people are afraid to criticize them and tell them, like, this is not good. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about that, and I'll catch up, y'all, in the next one. Peace.